Tomorrow night, the biggest Friday night football in memory.
If there's ever been a bigger edition of Friday night football, we honestly can't remember it. And it's only on Fox League. This breathtaking, top of the table, doubleheader. Best of the best, just 3 weeks out from the finals.
Wow!
First up at 6, it's the Panthers and the Raiders. The NRL's 4-time straight premiership champions up against 2025's feel-good story, the competition frontrunners.
2 super heavyweights!
That's followed by the Storm and the Bulldogs, second versus third.
We have a game, folks. We have a game.
And what about the coaches? 4 different humans with one common denominator. The quietly spoken 4-time straight premiership hero in Ivan Cleary. Ricky Stewart, his heart famously on his sleeve.
Play again, play again, play again.
There's Bellyache, Craig Bellamy,
Get to the position early.
who coaches like there's no tomorrow. And the likeable newcomer, Cameron Ciraldo,
Work rate's through the roof, well done. Recover now, we go again.
who gets along with everyone, even Gus. What these 4 guys do have in common is they all teach their teams to never give up. That if you run into a wall, you don't turn around.
Come on!
You climb it, you go through it, or you work your way around it. Just don't give up.
What about that? Don't you just love rugby league?
From the rookie 5'8s to Lungi and Strange to the bomb-proof captains, Harry Grant
Magician!
and Stephen Crichton. From Glen Willow Stadium in Mudgee to Amy Park, Melbourne, come this Friday night on Fox League, they'll all be dancing to the very same beat.
This is a blockbuster. This is a Friday night special.
Because no big-time winner in this great game has ever given their best and regretted it. Or worse still, failed to believe in those around them.
Newcastle has won the grand final. What a moment! That is stunning! Sensational! How good is rugby league?
Yeah, it's going to be some sort of Friday night, and it starts 6 p.m. And I'll tell you what, it's Country Rugby League round, and the timing is perfect because the people of Mudgee, oftentimes the bush teams get the second-tier games. You know, the people of Mudgee at Glen Willow, tomorrow night they could be seeing the game of the season. So it's Penrith up against the Raiders. And let's talk about Penrith first of all. Penrith won, 9 of the last 10, beaten in that controversial game. Question for you, boys. If Penrith win this competition, find a way to win it, it's almost, in my opinion, as big an achievement as winning the previous 4, given what they've had to endure to get there.
Yeah, for sure. Considering they were last on the ladder at the start of the season, no one. Well, I wrote them off. So, and I'm a massive expert of the game, so that means a lot. So,
Mate, as you're showing on Sunday,
yeah, I know. So that doesn't mean much. But considering where they were, they'd won 4 straight already. You're kind of questioning their desire to win another one.
Yeah.
A few players moving on, players getting a bit older, everything kind of going against them. But to come from where they have to featuring the semi-finals again,
Incredible.
and to be able to push hard for another grand final, it's a massive effort, not just by the players themselves, but coaching staff, physios, everyone.
And you can see at the start of the year, there's all those new young blokes coming. They just couldn't find their place in the system. But once they've started, like
Talangi, like at the start when he was thrown in the deep end kind of early when they were trying to win games, didn't know exactly where he was going. Now he feels like he's part of the side now. He adds that extra bit of strike power that they were missing at the start of the year.
I thought they were really struggling with their defence because they'd moved too many players on. They'd lost that continuity, especially on the edges, on both sides. And then they finally found themselves, like round 12, I think they were coming last.
Yeah.
And then they've come through and grabbed hold of the comp because they've got the combinations back and they can play. The Penrith style is not to blow you away early. I'll just
grind you down,
grind you
like
down.
Melbourne.
And they've got the confidence to beat you at the back end. They've finally got that system back.
Billy, I'll ask you, so Canberra, 10 of the last 11, they've had some sort of season. Where do you see them in terms of the big 4? Storm, Penrith, Dogs. Where do you rank them through there?
I think this weekend we'll get a really good clarity. It'll be the barometer. We've got some Raiders fans there. This will be the barometer game for them. They had a week off. They had time to think about it. And this is the game where the young players could get taught a lesson by Penrith, the older heads. So if they can come out and show their wares, I think this is the game that could say, yep, they are legitimate premiership favourites. I think they've got enough firepower across the path. This guy here, dead set superstar, will play for Australia inside 12 months. Yeah. And that's the sort of firepower they got.
The thing with the Raiders, I feel they've been playing with the, exuberance of youth.
Yes.
And hopefully they don't tighten up.
Yeah.
Because they're playing against a side now who are going to grind it out.
I like Fletch, yeah.
I just hope they don't sort of go into their shell, because the way they've been winning games this year is young blokes like Ethan Strange, high-risk play.
That's the great thing, Fletch, from round one in Vegas, all the way through the season, they haven't changed their style at all. No. Doesn't matter if they're behind and they're a front, doesn't matter who they're playing, they just play their style of football. Without sounding like a broken record here, the main man in this, the key man, is that bloke, Nathan Cleary. There's no doubt about it. And in conditions, in wet conditions, slippery conditions, these sort of big games, his kicking can just dictate the contest.
Well, I mean, absolutely. But I also think Fogarty too. He's not far behind him, Nathan. Nathan just makes the right decision at the right time, and he just does it constantly. He's obviously so important to Penrith, but I think the other kid, Fogarty, is just as important to the Raiders in the way they play.
Great kicking game, Fogarty.
Look at this. This little bend kick. He did one against Newcastle late in the game. It's best banana kick I've ever seen. They didn't score off it, but I reckon every final series he goes in, he always adds to his arsenal. There's a bit of something. That banana kick he did against Newcastle, oh, here we go. It's coming again. Boys, as far as X factors, for Penrith, Isaiah Yeo. Yeah. At the moment, he's named on the extended bench. I look at the
if they carry him on the extended, I think they're going to play him. Yeah, I think they need to, because obviously they're eyeing off the top four. The Warriors go down, they want to win. So, well, if these guys don't, and the Warriors win, they're still in fifth. But yeah, I think along with Isaiah Yeo, they've missed him the last couple of weeks. But also you got your Lindsay Smith and Leota as well that are laying that platform for Isaiah Yeo to be able to go and do that sort of stuff, because he's obviously their key man, Isaiah Yeo. And all that sort of that second stuff, it allows Nathan to get a little bit wider. He can play short. He can do all that sort of stuff. So to have him back in the side will be a massive boost.
Who wins, boys? Penrith. Who's going to win?
I'm tipping Raiders still. I just like... There was more Raiders jerseys in the crowd, so I thought I'd better go Raiders. No, I just think they're still playing some exciting footy. Yeah. I mean, Penrith have been thereabouts still. They were winning games. They almost got done by, I think, the Titans the other week. Got rolled last week, so... I think they're a little bit tired. I'm
going the Green Machine because they've got the best theme song. We're the Green Machine. Big bad boys from the ACT. And when we hit ya, you'll see green.
Any keel do, Billy. Now, straight after the game at 8 p.m, we got then we rolled into the Storm against the Dogs. Storm have won. They won 10 of the last 11, the Melbourne Storm. And losing Jerome Hughes, if there's any silver lining, they've actually sort of found their old style of grinding because they've had to. They've simplified things. Harry Grant's playing as their central playmaker, Fletch. Yeah, now, look, I think last week, for both sides, it was a pretty physical game. This mob here, they're just a marvel. They can change the way they play, not week to week. They can do it during the game. And obviously, it's been Jerome Hughes' team, and everyone's been getting on the back of it, but he's been out. And so... this bloke here, who many are saying could be the best hooker ever to play the game, which is a fair rap.
He's now on the edge of becoming the best player in the world. I think right now he seems to have so much more time than other players. He's not rushed. Origin 1, he had a poor game. He come out and he said publicly, I didn't do the team justice, and he took it on himself to improve. And I reckon since then he's just gone up a gear. And right now, I reckon he's at the height of his powers. He's someone that could lead the Storm to the title.
What about hookers? You had blokes like Royce Simmons, and then you had Benny come along. Benny Elias said, mate, he's going to be the best ever. And you had blokes like Steve Walters. Then all of a sudden you have Danny Badiris. He's the best ever. Then all of a sudden you get Cameron Smith, and you go, geez, the next bloke's going to be good. You get Harry Grant. Yeah. The next bloke's going to be good after Harry Grant. It's going to have to be.
Well, there's a kid that plays for the Raiders, Owen Paddy.
Owen Paddy, very, very good player.
He's dynamite.
Mate, Dogs, boys, 4 from the last 8. They're in the midst of a bit of inconsistency. I reckon, one of the things with the Dogs, regardless of how the defence the opposition defend them, all the conditions, they just try to force their football. You know what I mean? If I think the key against Melbourne's going to be just simplify things a little bit, kick early through Matt Burton, and just kick, chase, and defence.
Well, last week against the Chooks went at them in the forwards, in the middle, and they couldn't handle the Roosters' pack. I think it was an off night for them. I expect them to bounce back in a big way.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that Melbourne had a tough game against Penrith, they'd be very disappointed, the Dogs. I like the Dogs, actually.
I do as well. I just think they're going to be a little bit more desperate. They need a big scalp before the finals too.
Do you think that the Dogs' style when they're on a roll is they were fatiguing sides and their smaller forwards were going through the middle?
Yep.
So to do that, you've got to be mistake-free.
Yep.
And I think that you're right, they had an off game last week.
Yeah, a lot of errors.
I think that should, if that gets washed away, they'll get back to their best. But if they're not, they'll get a spanking.
X factor, we spoke about Isaiah Willie or won't he play? In this one, it's Ryan Pappenhausen. If Pappenhausen plays, which I think he will, he goes into fullback. Munster then goes to 6, makes him a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, when he's on, Pappy, he's the best fullback in the game, and just his ability to hover around the ruck. You know, the inside balls are always there. His ability to reload and go again. So look, if he doesn't make it, I thought Munster was outstanding last week at fullback. Different sort of fullback role, but very, very busy. And you know, if he does play, it'll free up Munster to get his kicks across to Xavier Coates even more. So that's probably going to be their little attacking play
Matthew,
again.
question for you. If Pappy's back, Munster goes to 6. Do you think they put Wishy back on the bench and go with young Jonah?
No, I think Wishart's been fantastic.
Okay.
I think Wishart just running the football, simplifying. I think he's sort of got them simplifying their football. And Harry Grant, like he's their halfback at the moment.
But with Jonah on the bench?
I think they'll probably carry him at 14. Yeah.
You see some good signs in Peasant?
Yeah, I do see some good signs. Like it's early in his career, but yeah, there are some really good signs. Some good touches last week.
Green shoots, would you say?
Green shoots.
We haven't used it for a while.
Green shoots. We'll unpack that later.